Hello guys, what is up? It's your boy Packed here with another video. Tonight it is July the 13th. It's also known as Friday the 13th. But yes, tonight I'm doing a little scary let's play. It's not that scary, it's really creepy, but it's 11:58, about to be 11:59, so even better guys. But we're gonna go ahead and get into this let's play. I've seen a couple other YouTubers play this, but I haven't seen it played all the way through, so this should be pretty interesting. It's called The Uncle from Nintendo, and there's a little bit of backstory to this, so we'll go ahead and get into that. You are 11 years old. You're sleeping over at your best friend's house. You and your friend like video games. Video games are pretty cool. Your friend has a lot of cool games, and believe it or not, an uncle that works for Nintendo. And he's coming to visit at midnight. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this gameplay. You're 11 years old. What is your best friend's name? Andrew, no. Ashley, no. Ryan seems pretty cool. We're gonna go with Ryan. Your best friend Ryan has invited you to a sleepover at his house this weekend. Yay! You've been friends since first grade, so asking your mom is basically only a formality. It's only a formality. On Friday night, you're home for only a few hours. It's long enough to pack, get into a fight with your younger sister, pack some more, and watch some TV. At 6 sharp, you're standing on the sidewalk outside Ryan's house while your mom idles in the car nearby. She leans out to the window to you. You behave yourself, okay? She says, as always, I'll be at work, but if anything happens, you call me. Yes, Mom. I'll pick you up tomorrow at 3, she says again as usual. But then she pauses, looking up at the sky, which has been overcast throughout the whole day. If you play outside, she asks, be careful. It's probably going to rain. We'll kiss Mom goodbye. After you part, your mom drives down the street, disappearing around the corner. You turn back to Ryan's house. The lights inside are glowing warmly. You can see Ryan waving at you from his bedroom on the 2nd floor, and you head inside. It is 6 p.m. Ryan's mom meets you just inside. Hello, she says. Dinner will be ready in just a few minutes, but you can drop stuff off in the den. You and Ryan will be camping out there tonight. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You drop your sleeping and overnight bags in the corner of the den, then pause to take a look around. Behind the couch, a grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a set of patio doors on the far side of the room, you can see the sky is just as gray as it was when your mom left. Framed pictures line the walls, and over the dark fireplace hangs a monstrous pair of antlers from a buck that Ryan's dad shot years ago. And of course, there is a big screen TV. Sometimes it makes you uncomfortable how much nicer Ryan's house is than yours. But anyways... Oh, it went back. Maybe that's a clue. Saying that my character is jealous of his friend for having a nice house. Anyway. Oh, there's more. Ryan entered the room while you weren't paying attention, and he stands in the doorway smiling expectantly. Are you ready for dinner? He asks. Sure. Dinner passes quickly. Tonight's meal is spaghetti and meatballs, one of Ryan's favorite meals, and his mother points out while piling a helping on your plate. Rubbing it in my face much? No, I'm just kidding. Ryan's father cracks a beer and jovially interrogates you about how much trouble you and Ryan are getting into at school. Dessert is heaping bowls of ice cream drizzled in chocolate sauce. You can't even finish yours. Oh my gosh. I want some ice cream. Okay, what do I want to click? I have to be... Wait, that isn't a beer at all. That's a glass of lemonade. Why would you even think it was a beer? Ryan's father doesn't drink alcohol. You're quite certain of that fact. Now you've remembered it. Well, whatever. The grandfather clock in the den chimes. That was very loud. You go along now, says Ryan's mom, smiling from her side of the table. We clean up here in a second. Let's go get the TV ready, Ryan says. The two of you leave the dining room and head upstairs. Ryan's room is immense. Large. Huge. You stay in the den because the TV is larger there, but there's a sizable one here, flush with the wall opposite the full-size bed. We'll take the 64 down first, says Ryan, heading toward his TV and opening the entertainment center cabinet. It's his prerogative, of course. He gets to choose what you play first usually. But as Ryan begins unhooking the cords of the Nintendo 64 from the TV, you catch sight of the other things he has in there. All the major stuff, an old Super Nintendo, a PlayStation, a Dreamcast, but some other things too, things you don't really recognize. A large black box with green highlights, a smaller purple one, a strange white and yellow tower with what looked like gloves resting on hooks on either side, a compact white cone. What are those? Ryan looks to the clutter in the cabinet. Oh yeah, he says, they're pretty cool. I can't show them to you though, they're still a secret. I promised my uncle. Of course you suddenly remember his uncle. The uncle that works for Nintendo. In the corner, the grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a nearby set of patio doors, you can see it's getting quite dark. Framed pictures line the walls. Ryan is parked in front of the large TV, playing something on the Nintendo 64. Let's go to the grandfather clock. And it's 7 o'clock. Framed pictures line the wall. You walk around the perimeter of the den, inspecting the pictures idly. Most of them are family portraits from years past. Ryan cradlingly lovingly between his mother and father, or any one of the three on their own. Happy and a tidy family. Look for pictures of Ryan's uncle. You don't find any, not one. The only pictures here of a Ryan appearance. You don't know why that makes you feel uneasy. Time passes. Do you want to talk to Ryan? Watch Ryan play? Go to the bathroom? Go to the kitchen? Think about Ryan's uncle? I'm going to go to the restroom because he hasn't used the restroom since he's gotten there. I'm going to go to the bathroom. You head to the bathroom down the hall from the den. There's a shower, a linen closet, and a toilet. I bet their shower is huge. It's pristinely clean. Let's not go into any further detail. You head back to the den. The clock chimes. You are in the den. In the corner, the grandfather clock is still ticking. I want to watch Ryan play, because, yeah, Ryan decides you should play the next game alone. It's pretty boring. You're at a party having a conversation with a man in a business suit, but for some reason you can't move the camera up to see above his mouth. He's always smiling. He tells you a story about how these people always make mistakes for someone else. Did you figure that out? Ryan says. Once the man in the game has apparently stood up and left the conversation. Figure what out? He laughs. I guess not, he says, before putting his choice of the game into the Nintendo 64. You realize you've played for some time now. The clock chimes. I'm not gonna get used to that ever. Ryan's mother busts into the room, holding a large ceramic bowl filled with popcorn under her arm. "How are you kids doing?" she asks. "Good," Ryan says, his eyes not moving from the television. "I hope you're having fun," Ryan's mom says. "Here's some popcorn with extra butter." She places it on the floor by Ryan. Almost immediately, Ryan is shoving popcorn into his mouth. Meanwhile, his mother smiles at him first and then back at you. "There's soda in the kitchen if you get thirsty, and some pizza from the other night if you get hungry." "Thank you." She looks at Ryan. "Your father's gone to bed. I'll be there soon myself. I want you two to keep it quiet, alright?" "Yes, Mom," he says tiredly. "Oh, before I forget," she asks, "your uncle called. He suddenly has some business here in town tomorrow. He's driving in early. He'll be here around midnight." For the first time, Ryan stops playing his game, stops eating his popcorn, and turns to look at his mother. "Okay," he says. "I want you two to welcome him in. He'll be very tired and very hungry, so offer him something to eat before you go to bed." "Okay, Mom. Good night, kids." She's gone. In the corner, the grandfather clock is ticking softly. Through a nearby set of patio doors, you can see it's fully dark outside. Frame pictures line the wall, and he's still playing it, the Nintendo 64 with a bowl of popcorn. Alright, so I'm not going to check the clock again because it took off a whole hour last time. Or look at the pictures. I'm thirsty and want to go to the kitchen. Passing through the empty dining room, you enter the kitchen, which is also deserted right now. I'm going to go to the fridge and get some soda. You grab a snack and exit the kitchen. You head back to the den. No time has passed. Awesome. So, I want to ask about his uncle, because we haven't talked about him a lot, and it seems kind of weird. So why is your uncle coming? Ryan shrugs. "Business. But I thought he worked for Nintendo." "What sort of business?" What sort of business? So, but I thought he worked for Nintendo. "He does," Ryan says, frowning but not looking away from the TV screen. "He's really important there." Then what does he have to do here?" Ryan pauses the game and turns towards you, agitated. "How should I know? I don't work for them." Right now, he's not quite yelling, but you think if you keep pressing the subject, he might. "Sorry, I was just curious," and you drop the conversation in silence. In the corner, the grandfather clock is still ticking. No time has passed. So, I just want to think about it. It began with Mew. You didn't believe him at first when Ryan came to school one day and told you that he finally caught a Mew. "Prove it," you said. So he pulled out his Game Boy and showed you. There it was, Mew, the 151st Pokemon, available only to players with promotional events somehow unlocked on Ryan's game. "It's really strong," he said. "It KOs every enemy in one hit." Ryan demonstrated this claim at recess when you and some other friends linked Game Boys to do a battle. You were the first one down. No one else got in a single hit on Ryan's Mew. You asked how Ryan managed to get it. "Oh, my uncle got a job at Nintendo," he said. You were walking home together past one of the construction crews. Ryan still lived next door to you at the time. "Oh." "He also got me a new Game Boy," pulling it out of his pocket. You hadn't noticed it earlier. He had a sleek new Game Boy Color. Until today, he had one of the old ones, a big gray brick like yours. "This one's a special edition," he said. "Isn't it cool?" You agreed. You snap out of your reflections. The clock chimes. You are in the den, and it begins to pour outside. I want to just watch him play again. He invites you to another game of Mario Kart. Ryan wins every round because he is, frankly, an expert at this game. "Good game," he says, smirking. And I say, "Good game. Ready to try again?" "Let's switch it up," you say. "You've been playing for a while." So if I'm not mistaken, it's like 11 o'clock. So it's in like an hour until his grandfather gets home. I kind of want a bowl of popcorn. You grab a handful of popcorn, it's buttery and delicious. Kind of want to ask about his uncle again. And why he stays. Yeah, Ryan says nonchalantly. He lives pretty far. He just drops by. Is that a little weird? Ryan gives you a look. He doesn't like you very much. How would you know, he says. You don't even have an uncle. Yeah, I guess so. And you drop the conversation in silence. But let's talk to Ryan about games, I guess. You recount some rumors that you read the new Nintendo console. Ryan informs you that he has a prototype upstairs you can play later. When you ask why not now, he says he is too busy playing the 64. An hour passes. You are in the den. The grandfather clock chimes the hour. Ryan suddenly looks up from the 64. It's time, he says. That's him, Ryan says, standing up. That is so loud. I should go let him in. As he leaves the den, you realize you could follow, but as a part of you really feels like being scared for a bit. Where's there to go? Where's there to go? Run to the bathroom. You run down the hall to the bathroom, lock the door behind you, or at least this could have been the bathroom. The walls are bare and white, and there's no sink or toilet, but there are some odd, featureless white boxes that could stand in the shower or the linen closet. Shower. You slip into the plain white box that is about the size of a shower. From the front of the house, you can hear a front door slam open. After that, you don't hear anything except for... Bad expression, child. The rain. No, not just the rain, but that voice in the back of your head like, I am coming for you, child. Like something you can't even begin to describe. Though you lock the door behind you, you can hear it open easily. Something walks in. You hold your breath. You're not sure how something is out there, but you don't exactly. Oh, child. Hear it moving, but you know it's there, and you know it stopped. Poor child right outside your hiding spot. It opens the door, even though you immediately realize it doesn't have any hands. Oh, child, I am so hungry, you cannot run. Hello, child, no more worries. Hello, child. Cease. I have your friends in the dark. You will play forever in the dark. Oh my gosh, this is so weird. The uncle who works for Nintendo. Wow. That's crazy. That's creepy. Like, I had to turn my volume down because I could not hear what I was trying to... I couldn't hear myself. But that was pretty creepy. If you like this gameplay, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up anyways, or a thumbs down, just because, you know, it's midnight and it's Friday the 13th, so if you like the gameplay for real though, thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, comment down below and tell me what you did or didn't like about this gameplay, or if you have any creepy games you'd like me to play during my scary game series, my horror series. I'll play anything you guys recommend. But yeah, if I get 10 likes, I'll play and try to get the next few endings to this game. So that was the uncle who worked for Nintendo. We'll see you guys in the next video. Pack Dudes out. Peace.